with the hash map last day, and pretty much we are covering the end topics. Okay. um, and obviously, like, there are some, like, if you have any doubts related to that, because once DSA is done, you guys will be um, to give the skill test, and some assignments would be there. So I really want all of you guys to, like, complete those. Okay. And if you feel that there is some topic you want me to discuss again, or like there is something, some concepts you want to, like, revise with me again, okay, so I can do revision with you guys also, so you can just inform me so I can, like, prepare well for that. And like, yeah, so that is the thing. Okay. So we started with the hash map. Let me share my screen also. Okay. I will quickly share my screen. Okay. So the idea behind hash map is there is a key, there is a this key value base. Okay. And what we want to do is uh, it can be used to store frequency, let's say, of a number, like any and it can be like a dictionary, you can say, like this are the words and meanings, and you just search for a word. Okay, and there are some values stored with it, like just the word has some meanings. Similarly, hashmap says that I can have two data. Okay, two data can be there. The data can be anything. Okay, and the point is, you can just map means, whenever you say mapping, so you say that this key denotes a value. Okay, so this key denotes a value. Now, hash map, why we implement hash map is they make the search operation easier. Okay, so search operation in case of hash map is order of one. So any data structure we learn, they have certain advantage, like they have certain advantage with time and space complexity. That is why we learn, right? And so hash map has for the search one. Okay, so searching is there. Searching, sorry, like, yeah, that's the searching only. Okay, getting is searching itself. Putting is order of one. Then you can ask for, like, if the key is there or not, so that is also one of them. And I can confirm it if it is order of one or not. So key set is there, so you can get the keys. Or the only thing with hash map is we cannot directly iterate that. Okay, so directly iterate we cannot do that, which we do with the linked list, we do with array, so that is not possible. Okay, so what we do is we get the complete set, we get the complete set. Okay, and then we um, use this set. Okay, so when we say key set, so we are getting complete key, and with those keys, so since we have the key, we can, using the get method of hash map, we can get the value. So the methods are not more. We have a put method, which is key value. We can assign the key and value, which can be any object. So key and values can be any object. We can map a string with a string, number with number. Number means integer with integer, and any object you want to map, so that is possible. Okay. Acha. So what kind of questions can be? So the questions may be mostly related to like searching. Okay, searching is there, insertion is there. So the questions will be mostly around that. And hash map is a very very easy topic as compared to other topics. Okay. Now, how it makes things easier. So remember the last question we were solving, maximum frequency number. Okay. So a list is given to us, and it is a very large list, 10 power 8 list. And if you, so if you recall, uh, the maximum loop, the maximum iteration which can be done in 1 second is around 10 power 7, 10 power 8. The compiler can have this capacity. And for recursive call, there are 10 power 3 to 10 power 4 recursive call we can have. And the size of array is maximum 10 power 6. Okay, so we should be remembering these limit. 10 power 6 array size, maximum array size. and it is always an integer. Okay, array size is never a float or something else, it is always an integer. Maximum number of loop we can do 10 power 8. Maximum number of iteration, sorry, recursion we can do 10 power 4. Okay. So with that knowledge, uh, it is pretty clear that we can have only one chance to iterate. Okay, if there is a very large list, I cannot iterate any element second time, that will do time limit exceed. So the only solution I have is hash map. Okay, so for finding highest frequency, what I'm doing is I am mapping the number and its frequency. What I'm saying is I am having two, so two is occurring one time, then I have two, so two is occurring two times, two three, two four, two five, and two six. Okay, so two is mapped with six. Okay, so two is mapped with six. So just like this, so two is mapped with six. So two is mapped with one, two is mapped with two, then two is mapped with three. So three is there, three is mapped with one, four is mapped with one, but we have one more for 11, same for 11. So these things are there. Now, yesterday we did this approach. Okay. So HS dot contains key method tells that key is present or not. So if the key is already present, it means number we already found before. So just increase its frequency and put it back into the hash map. Okay. And otherwise, if we are getting the number for the first time, so you have that number as key and the frequency will be one. Okay, because it is the first occurrence. So this is a very simple logic we can use to store the frequency. Now, the point was we have to tell maximum frequency number. So you will say, sir, iterate over the list and tell the maximum frequency. Very correct. That is the thing. We can just check it out. Okay. Uh, Sorry, guys. I will just close this. Okay. The point was like we were having some wrong answers. Wrong answers because what if there are duplicate numbers with same frequency? Then it is a problem for us. Okay. If there are duplicate numbers with same frequency, then there is a problem for us. Okay. And the problem is if um, okay, the problem is this 2 is having frequency 5, let's say, and this 12 is having frequency 5. So answer should be 2. Okay, so which is occurring first in the array, that is the answer as per the question. But the problem is, remember, the problem is hash map is unordered. Okay, so there are two types of map: ordered map, unordered map. Unordered matlab insertion order is not maintained. Okay, so this is a problem. So the solution I thought is, let's quickly do this. So the solution is, I'm saying that let's have one more hash map. So I will copy this. I'm saying that let's have one more hash map. Now this will store the order. Okay. That means I will try to I will try to store the number. Okay. So um, order dot contains key. Okay, contains key, which is the number. I'm saying that if this is false, means the we are meeting the number for the first time. Okay, so if we are meeting the number for the first time, my point is, I will say, um, and also let's say that index. We are maintaining an index. Okay, we are maintaining an index which is one. I will say that if we haven't met that number yet, so its occurrence would be the first occurrence. So how to do? Order dot put the key, the number, and the index means the position of occurrence. Okay, we can call it position also, but let's call it occurrence. And for the next element, let's post increment the index so that next will be done. So I am storing the position also with the number. Okay. So next time this happens. Okay. Next time this happens. So if this is lesser, do this. Okay. But if max frequency happen to be equal to any of this, okay, happen to be equal to any number, okay. uh, I will check, what I will check is max. Okay, so max frequency is already, so we do not need to do this step, this is already done. But for answer is equals to num, I need to check if the order, okay, if the order of, so order dot get the current answer order is greater, ठीक है, यानी कि करंट जो नंबर है दैट इज अकरिंग behind the behind my current element which I am getting, ठीक है, behind my current element which is basically num, ठीक है. So if this is the case, then only update it, ठीक है. So then only update my number, ठीक है. So if this is the case, then only update it, otherwise it's fine, ठीक है. So अगर मेरा answer is lying after this position, then update the answer, ठीक है. So and let's have a else. I guess this should solve the problem, ठीक है. This should solve the problem. The only thing I find it is yes. So this is solving the problem, ठीक है. Guys, all of you are clear with the solution now, guys. How? Yeah, Harshit.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what I did is I just stored the position also. ठीक है, क्योंकि question says the position is also important. You have to use have the position also. So I made a order hash map. I'm storing the position. ठीक है. So whatever position come first. Now maximum frequency is equal. Then if two or more elements maximum frequency, a return element with occurrence first. So that is what we did. Next question. ठीक है. Let's come to this question. I want all of you to just gain some clarity, right? So that is the only whole and soul idea here. Okay, the questions will be very easy. Just gain some clarity, like how to approach hash map question. That should be the idea. Okay, otherwise I don't think anything is like that tough here. Now the second question is print intersection. You have been given two integer array list. Okay, array one, array two of size n and m respectively. You need to print their intersection. Okay, so intersection means, what do you mean by intersection of two arrays, guys? Any guesses? What is intersection? Guys, this is very easy question. What is intersection of two arrays? What do you mean by intersection?
The common elements.
Yes, okay. So which occur at both the places, right? So that is
Yes.
what we mean by intersection, right? Okay. Now the point is, this is very easy. Okay, let's read it and we'll discuss the question and we'll move forward. Okay, because this is a easy one. So an intersection of the for this problem can be defined with both array list contain a particular value, or to put in other word, when there is a common value that exists in both array list. Okay. So input array list contain duplicate elements. The intersection elements printed would be in the order they appear in first sorted array list. Is it sorted? Why is it saying it's sorted? Anyways, it doesn't matter. So it says that the order of intersection of element would be in the order they appear in first sorted array list. Okay. So here the order is taken care by the first array. Okay. So that is what we have. Now I haven't. Okay. This question is for you guys. We have to find duplicate elements in both the arrays, but the condition is, and we have to print the common elements. The condition is the order should be the same as they appear in the array list. ठीक है, the order should be the same as they appear in array list. Guess all of you are getting the question or not? First question, all of you are getting the question.
Yes.
ठीक है, so array 1 is there, array 2 is there, array 2 array 1 has some common elements. Now we have to find those common elements, okay, and print them, but the order should be of array 1 list, array 1 array. Okay, array 1 arrays order should be there while we are printing the elements. Question for you guys is, which array to put in hash map, or we have to put both arrays in hash map? First question, do we need to put both arrays in hash map for this question, or only one array will do the job? Do we need to put both the arrays, or one array will do the job? Okay, see, the point is, why do we need to put both the arrays? We'll put one array, okay? We'll put any one of the array, and I will iterate over the other array. So when I iterating over the other array, I will check in the hash map. Okay. Okay. First thing first. Let's see brute force solution. What is brute force solution? What do we mean by brute force solution, guys? Brute force solution is the solution we get without any like hard thinking, we with high complexity and all those things. Now, if we do not solve this question using hash map, how should we solve this question? How can I solve this question if I don't use hash map? Any other approach to solve this question, guys? Two arrays, we have to find the common element. How can I do this?
You can iterate and compare both the elements.
Very correct, very correct. We can, so we can have nested loops, right?
And compare both the arrays.
Very correct, very correct. It's very straightforward. Okay. So have two loops, okay, nested loop. One will iterate over the outer array, and one will iterate over the inner array, which is the other array. Okay. For every element in the first array, iterate all the elements of second array. If you found it, print it. That's it. What is the time complexity in this approach? Nested loop.
And square.
Very correct. N square is the approach. Now, 10 power 6 is the size of one array. So, is it possible to do it in 1 second with that approach?
Yep.
Obviously, no, because it's n square and n belongs to 10 power 6. Okay? So, 10 power 6, n into m. So, n into m, 10 power 6, 10 power 6, 10 power 12. No chance. So that is why we'll come back to hash map. Brute force solution will not work. It will give the answer, that is for sure, but that is not a correct solution. So that is why we'll fall back to hash map. I'm saying that. Acha. Question says कि sir array one order should be maintained. ठीक है, जो भी array one का order होगा print according to that. ठीक है. So let's put array 2 in map. We do not have to care about array 2 order, right? So array 1 order is only needed, right? So array 2 goes to hash map. Okay, and iterate over array 1. If you find that element in hash map, print it. Are you guys getting the point? Getting the solution? Very easy.
Yes.
Okay, I will not do this, so I hope all of you guys are getting the question. Okay, एरे वन का ऑर्डर मेंटेन करना, एरे टू को पुट इन द हैश मैप, ठीक है, पिक अ एलिमेंट फ्रॉम एरे वन, फाइंड इट इन हैश मैप, अगर है तो प्रिंट इट, हो गया. So guys, I hope you guys, all of you are getting, like Sahil, Methon, Asim, like all of you guys are getting the point. ठीक है, you can tell if you want me to solve the problem, but ठीक है, मतलब easy है, like ठीक है, आगे बढ़ते. Okay, so pair sum to zero, ठीक है, pair sum to zero. अच्छा, now, and I hope you guys are having some like not much, little bit of mathematics will be required, not much of it, ठीक है. So in the name of mathematics, either it is a remainder theorem in DSA, either it is permutation combination, either probability. So these are the only mathematics which is going to use, ठीक है, nothing else in that. अच्छा, so next question says we'll be done with hash map today and we'll be starting with DP also, ठीक है. Now topics are like very interesting topics are there, okay, so interesting also, and like very special use cases there for these topics, ठीक है. अच्छा, the question is saying कि pair sum to zero given a random integer array of size n, ठीक है, given a random integer array of size n, find and print the count of pair of elements, ठीक है, find and print, find and print the count of pair of elements, ठीक है, pair of elements in array which is sum to zero, ठीक है, which sum to zero. Also array A can contain a duplicate elements, कह रहा है कि duplicate elements की भी संभावना है. So how to do it? The first line of input contains an integer that denotes the value of size of array. Okay? Let us denote with the symbol n. The following commands can n space separated integers that denote the value of element of the array. The first and the only line of output contains the count of pair of elements in the array. The count of pair of elements in the array. Okay? Which sum up to a zero. अच्छा, so the plan is कि we have to find which sum to zero, ठीक है, पेयर मतलब कि दो एलिमेंट्स एंड व्हेन वी ऐड देम दे विल गिव जीरो. टेल मी व्हाट आर द पेयर्स हियर गाइस, कौन कौन से पेयर्स हैं?
2 and minus 2.
ओके, ओनली वन.
2 pairs.
ओके, टू पेयर्स आर देयर, ठीक है. सो सो टू टूज आर देयर और वन माइनस टू इज देयर. अच्छा, let's sort this question. Very easy question, guys. Like, I don't like uh, hash map is very easy topic. Okay, so nothing else. We'll just get done in 5-10 minutes. So it says 2 1 minus 2 minus 2 3. So 2 1 minus 2 minus 2. Sorry, 2 2 1 minus 2 2 and 3. Okay. Acha. So we are seeing that ki if we take these this two and this two, we have a pair. Now, how do we do it? Okay, acha. Let's say I have one more minus two. How many pairs are there now? How many pairs sum to zero now, guys? How many pairs we have now?
4.
Okay, so we have four pairs. Very correct. How do you come to the conclusion? Like, how do you find it? What is the intuition?
Positive 2 with negative 2 twice.
So you are multiplying the frequency.
No, no, when like layman, I'm saying like with this with loop we can. Uh,
Correct, correct. ठीक है, very correct. अच्छा, what I'm saying is I in for of two elements I have to find one element, of 2 minus 2, I have to find one element. ठीक है. So in order to form the combination, ठीक है, in order to form the combination, pick any two of these two and pick any minus two of these two. So 2c1 2c1, so 2c1 would be 2 factorial upon 1 factorial 1 factorial into 2 factorial upon 1 factorial 1 factorial, which is 1 1, and this will be 4. Make sense?
Yes.
Acha, why I'm saying this? Let's say I have three zeros. How many pairs are there? Only three zeros. Only three zeros are in there in array. Pair sum to zero. How many pairs we can form? Out of three elements, pick any two elements.
3C2.
ठीक है. So 3 factorial by
3.
ठीक है. So 2 factorial 1 factorial. What is the answer? 3.
3.
Are you guys getting the point? Guys, ठीक है. मतलब this is the idea we have. अच्छा. So how do we do it? ठीक है. कैसे कैसे करेंगे इसको? Like how do you do it? What I'm saying is, I will put one of the number. ठीक है. What I will do is, inside the hash map iteration, I will come here. Okay, I will come here, and I will store the count. Okay, I will store the count. I will come here, I will store the count. So hash map will be mapping the element and frequency, and we finally meet this. Instead of doing this, can we say frequency 1 into frequency 2? Isn't it the same thing, guys? It's the same thing, right? 3 times 2, 2 times minus 2, 3 into 2 6. That is the same thing. Either you go with this approach, either you go with this approach. That's the same thing. Now we have to take care that if we have multiple zeros, okay, if you have multiple zeros, this is um, as good as um, n into n minus 1. Will it do the job? Or no, it's not n into n minus 1. Or is it? Okay, let me think. So 3c2. Okay, 3c2. Okay, or I can have a more generalized formula. Okay, instead of 3c2, I can say nc2, because any it doesn't matter whatever we have here. This will always be 2. We have to always make a pair. nc2 is n factorial upon n minus 2 factorial into 2 factorial. So I can say that if I deduce this, it will be n into n minus 1 by 2. If we have 0, ठीक है, so अगर 0 है, so it will be n into n minus 1 by 2. All of you guys agree with me, where n is the occurrence of 0. Any number of zeros we have to pick 2. So यानी कि nc2. nc2 is n factorial. What is ncr? N factorial upon n minus r factorial into r factorial. ठीक है. So this is n into n minus 1 by 2. ठीक है. You can just check it out later, but yeah, this is the whole idea. So I can say hash map. I had it copied. ठीक है. I can say a hash map. अच्छा. Iterate over the array. Okay, let's change the name. Array. Okay. Now I will say that this is the array. Acha. Also, I can say that hs dot contains key. Hs dot contains. Okay. If hs dot contains key number, Okay. So just do nothing to this hs dot put. Okay. तो whatever be the number, ठीक है, increase its frequency, उसकी frequency एक बढ़ा दीजिए, तो it will be num plus 1. This is one thing. Otherwise, if you do not have it already, I can do hs dot put. So that number we are meeting for the first time. Okay, so this is first part of the question, building our hash map. Now the second part of the question, counting the pair. Okay, counting the pair. Very easy. We already discussed this. We said that key. Also, before we iterate, we need to do something like this. Set. Okay, what is the feature of set? Okay, what is the feature of set, guys? Any guesses? Did you try? What is the feature of set? सेट हैज ओनली यूनिक एलिमेंट्स, ठीक है. सो ऐसा कोई की वैल्यू पेयर का कॉन्सेप्ट नहीं है, एंड इट इज आइटरेबल, ठीक है. आइटरेबल इज देयर, एंड आइटरेबल इज देयर, एंड यूनिक एलिमेंट्स, ठीक है. सो नो डुप्लीकेट एलिमेंट्स कैन बी अलाउड. सो दिस इज द पॉइंट. सो जस्ट डॉट की सेट, ठीक है. सो कीज, सॉरी, um, we are getting the keys, and I can say that, okay, I can say that in whatever num I'm having, okay. So check this out. So whatever num I'm having, let's say I got 2, okay. So how can I have a pair sum to 0? If 2 I'm having, the only option I have is my hash map should also be having a -2. Then only I can have a pair. If I'm having the number 3, so I will check if my hash map is having -3. Then only I can make a pair. Are you guys getting the point? Guys, 2 can form pair with -2. Okay, so अगर 2 is there in hash map, तो -2 should be there. Then only I will count the pair. Make sense? Guys, okay. Like the point was, -2 is occurring 2 times, and -2 is occurring 2 times. Then only we can do this now, multiply the thing. If these both are in the hash map, if for one we do not have any -1 corresponding -1 which will make it 0, okay. So we do not have pair sum to 0 for 1. So I need to check one more thing, that is contains key, okay, contains key, the negative part of that number. Okay, so agar this is true, then only I will say count plus is equals to, okay, count plus is equals to um, hs dot, okay, hs dot get num, hs dot get -1 into num. Okay, and I will put hs dot put, okay, I will do hs dot put num comma 0. Okay, why I'm making the frequency 0? Why I'm making the frequency 0? Because if I iterate, I will meet this for 2. 2, if 2 is done, then -2 is also done, because that is the pair. When I meet -2 later, so there should be no duplicate pair. So 2 minus 2 and minus 2 2 are the same thing. Okay, so I do not want to make a duplicate, so I'm making the frequency to 0, that no more thing will be there. even though this happens, so 0 into 0 something, it will be 0. Okay, no, nothing, no repetition would be there. And once this is done, I need to check if I had a 0 or not. Okay, so I need to check for 0 also. Okay, so whatever be the 0 thing, okay, whatever be the 0 thing, which is uh, hs into hs, whatever be the occurrence, n into n minus 1 by 2. Okay, so n into n minus 1 by 2 divided by 2. Now I can just simply print the answer. So system dot out dot print ln and count. Okay, so this is what we have, guys. Okay, um, okay, but before I do this for 0, I need to check hs dot contains key, and this should be 0. Okay, so अगर 0 present है तभी ये करना है, right? Okay, this is all we have for this question. Okay, first part, putting it says missing a return statement. What is the return? Okay, so I need to return it instead of printing it. Very correct. Let's return it. It says wrong answer. Let's check it out. Now, what do we have here? Why are we getting the wrong answers? It says 1, but it should be 2. Okay. Hmm. Did we miss something? So HS dot put num1. Okay. Oh, okay. This should be in else. Okay, let's run this. One wrong answer. Okay, so for 0 0 case, we are getting a wrong answer. And why is that? Let's check that also. So saying 25, which is definitely not good. Okay, so we are having 5 zeros, and it should be 5 5 into 4 by 2, which is basically 10. Yeah, the formula is correct, but why are we not getting? Okay, so I will say num not equals to equals, sorry, not equals to 0, because 0 has a special casing. Let's say, oh, obviously. Okay, I guess this should do the job though. Yeah, it's totally fine, right? And we have the, okay, so we have increased test case, and that is also passing. Any issues in this question, guys? Any doubts in this question? What we did? Okay, okay. Extract unique characters. I will not solve this because you know what to do. Extract unique characters, right? So unique character like ठीक है मतलब this is doable, right? अच्छा, some more good questions on hash map. ठीक है, what we have, so pair difference with k, and then we have a longest subset zero sum. Yeah, these are good questions. So it says that a longest consecutive sequence. ठीक है, it says that you are given an array of unique integers that contain numbers in a random order. ठीक है, random order. You have to find the largest possible sequence of consecutive numbers using the numbers from given array. So you have to find the longest consecutive numbers from given array. Okay, so longest consecutive sequence. So you are given an array of unique integers that contain numbers in random order. You have to find the longest possible sequence of consecutive numbers using the numbers from the given array. You need to return output array which contains a starting and ending element. If the length of longest possible sequence is 1, okay, then output array must contain only single element. This is what we have to do. Best solution takes order of n time, and that is only possible with if we have a single iteration. If two sequences are of equal length, then return the sequence starting with number whose occurrence is earlier in the array. ठीक है, जिसका occurrence जो है वो earlier in the array. So that is one more thing. Now the point of this question is, the whole and sole point of this question is saying is, sir, please look at this. This is the sequence we are having. We are having 2, 12, 9, 16, 10, 5, 3, and all the sort of things are there. Okay, if I take the order, ठीक है, अगर मैं order लेता हूँ, so I will say that I have 2. So in order to make consecutive numbers, I should go for which number then after 2? 3, right? Are you getting the point, guys? I can go after 3. Also, I can go, if I find 2, I can also go after minus, sorry, I can go after 1 consecutive numbers. Guys, are you getting the point? My point is, if I have this array, let me copy this. Okay, this is very big. ठीक है, my point is, I have this 2 with me. ठीक है, 2 है. So if I have this 2, ठीक है, so I have this 2, I will search for 3. ठीक है, so I will search for 3, then I will search for minus 1 also. Now when I have got 3, I will search for 4, but I do not have 4. I have found 1, I will search for 0, but I cannot have 0. In the hash map, what I will do is, okay, in the hash map, what I will store is, I will store 1, which is the starting point, and I will store the length. The question is longest possible sequence. ठीक है, अच्छा, the answer here in this question is, if I find 8, ठीक है, if I find 8, I will not find 8 first of all. ठीक है, the point is, I will find 8 later. How this happens? Now the point is, I get 12. ठीक है, So I have 12. Now I need to find the consecutive numbers. Okay. So what I will do is I will put this 12 in hash map. Okay. I will put this 12 in hash map. I will go with a two while loop. Okay. While loop I will use. I will go with a two while loop. Okay. Also, this complete array will be in a hash map 1. I will make it name is hash map 1. This will be in hash map 2. First hash map will have all the numbers. Okay. Why is that? We have to do in order of 1. So we have to search for numbers. So searching is order of 1 in case of hash map. Okay. So I'll put all the numbers in hash map. Acha. Next point is when I get 12, I will use two while loop. Okay, two while loop. This while loop will check if we have 11 in the original hash map, the first hash map. You are standing at 12 in the array, okay, and a hash map is already there, and you are traversing through the array. You're saying that I am having 12. Is there 11? This while loop will go backwards. 11 is there or not. So you find 11 in the first hash map because it is there. You mark it. You mark it in the. So in case of instead of using 12, instead of adding 12 here, we will store 11. Okay, we will store 11. Acha. Now again this loop will run. It will check for 10. Yeah, 10 is also there in hash map. So I will make it 10. Now again I will search for 9. So yeah, 9 is also there. I have got 9. Okay. Again I will go for 8. So yes, 8 is also there. So I will mark 8 also for this one. In this process I'm storing the size also. Okay, I'm storing the size of my hash map also. So till now it is 5. Okay, so till now it is 8 to 12, which is 5 numbers are there. I will go for 7. No 7 I found. Whenever I meet a number, I will run two loop. One loop will go backwards and check in this hash map if the number is present. So I reach it till 8 and the current length is 5. Acha, there will be one while loop which will check for 13. Okay? It will check for forward numbers in the first hash map. So I will check for 13. I do not have 13. So this loop will break. So in the hash map, the first thing I stored was 1 and 3. The second thing I am going to store is 8 and 5. Okay? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 1, 2, 3. So there will be total of um, okay, so one hash map will be storing the start index and the length, and one hash map is having the numbers. Is that enough? um, I guess yes, that's enough. Okay, so I will be having the longest list of hash map also, and I will be having the hash map also. This hash map, what I will be doing is I will be maintaining the order. Okay, इसमें order maintain करेंगे, and whatever be the number coming first, that will be the case. Are you guys getting the approach? How you'll find the largest sequence, guys? Or should I explain again? You guys got
It
it?
is clear.
Okay, okay. ठीक है. So ev- firstly maintain the order, the position hash map. ठीक है. And second hash map will store the number and start index and its what to say, the length. And how to do it? Run two loops every time. Okay, whenever you find a number, one loop will go backwards, minus 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 till it find it. If it don't find it, break the loop. One loop will handle uh, the forward increments, and then whatever be the case, then add it to the hash map. Acha, The point is, um, okay. So do we need any other hash map? Because my concern is when I reach nine, okay, when I reach nine, how do I know that I have already included it? That is one problem here. Because if I do not do this, I will again do the same thing for nine also. Although I will reach to the same conclusion, 8 and 5, that is for sure, it will be the same thing, right? But how to block this thing? That I will say 9, hey, we are done with the thing, not need it. Okay, obviously, there is one thing we can do. We can have, s- since we do not have any restriction on space complexity, okay, best solution takes order of n, no restriction on space complexity. So do the thing let's do the thing that one hash map will be visited hash map, okay. So we'll take care of the visited elements. Whenever we visit any element with this while loop, mark it visited. So 9 is, so 12, when 12 is 8 and 5 we got, so I mark 9 as visited, 10 as visited, 11 as visited, 8 has visited. Okay, so when you reach these numbers, you can just check it out. You have to count it or not. So this hash map for ordering, this hash map for original answer storing, this one for visited purpose. Make sense, guys? Guys.
Yes,
Okay, one optimization for you guys. What I'm thinking is, instead of creating a visited hash map, why don't I delete the elements which I have already visited from the first hash map? How is this? I can delete it once it's done. ठीक है अच्छा and why this will work is it is saying that if two sequences are of equal length, ठीक है, if two sequences are of equal length, ठीक है, then a return a sequence is starting number whose occurrence in earlier in the array, ठीक है. So I just do not need to delete the starting index, ठीक है, I do not need to delete the starting index. Rest I can delete from the first hash map, ठीक है. So and when we are finding any number, if you do not find in hash map, ठीक है, अगर 9 पे और 9 हैश मैप में है ही नहीं तो विल नॉट विजिट इट. 16 पे 16 हैश मैप से डिलीटेड है, इसका मतलब कि वो पहले ही काउंट हो गया, दैट इज ऑलरेडी डन. तो वी डू नॉट नीड दिस थर्ड हैश मैप, सो वी कैन जस्ट हैव अ save some space complexity. But ठीक है, if you do not want to complicate the solution, then go with the third hash map, ठीक है, because there is no restriction on space complexity. So this is what we generally have in case of hash maps, guys. ठीक है. अच्छा. um, pair with a difference k, pair with, so if you look at the solutions now, every solution is the same. Loop for creating a array, then loop for creating a hash map, then some logic, and then p set. That's it. Pair with difference k, same thing. Pair with difference, pair with some zero, or pair with the difference k. What is the difference in the question? No difference. You add and you get a zero. You add and sorry you um, add and obviously you add and get a zero, you subtract and get a k. ठीक है. Take absolute difference between the elements of the array. Absolute difference. Absolute difference, like what is the absolute difference? Basically it is um, let's say 3. So -2 and 1, okay, -2 and 1. So that is one of Absolute difference. That is what it is, right? Absolute difference. Um. Okay. Am I right? Am I right about that? Can my number be negative integers or not? That is not a thing over here. It is saying difference k, and it is saying that absolute number. Good question is same as pair sum zero, so no issues in that. Okay, just like we solved this pair sum to zero, the same thing. Pair difference with k. So instead of adding and finding the another hash map, just subtract and find the another hash map. What I'm thinking is, oh yeah, that's the thing. That is the thing, right? Um, minus k. Mm, For the zero thing, it's the same again. Now we have been provided with a k. Okay, so k. So we are getting two pairs. So 5 minus 2, 3. 4 minus 1, 3. Acha. Okay. So absolute difference. Absolute. Yeah, so that is fine. No? Either you do 1 minus 4, either you do 2 minus 5, minus 3 or 3 will be the same thing. Okay? So that is what K is saying here. Okay? So if you have 5 in the hash map, check for any number where the 5 minus 3. Okay? 5 minus 3. So 5 minus 3. Check for any number which is 2. Yeah, we'll do the job. Make sense, guys? The same question as a pair sum to 0, pair difference to k. Guys, like, see, the point is, if you have something, okay, if you have something, check for array minus k. If it is there, that's it. That's it. It's done already. Okay. So that is what it was. It is saying. Okay. And occurrence frequency would be there, so n1 into n2 will be the answer. Okay, so 5, so 2 occurrences of 5 and 3 occurrences of 2. Okay, so 2 into 3, 6 pairs. So that is would be the answer. Largest subset sum to 0. Largest subset sum to 0. One last and very what to say, saying given an array consisting of positive and negative integers, find the length of the largest subarray whose sum is 0. Given an array consisting of positive and negative integer. Okay, so given an array consisting of positive and negative integers, find the length of longest sub array whose sum is 0. Acha, longest sub array whose sum is 0. Sub array means part of array. Now, what it is saying in the question is minus 387 to this one. If we add all of these, they will land to 0. So we have to tell the length. Guys, is this making sense? Is the question clear, guys?
Yes.
Okay. Acha. It is saying that if we sum and reach here, it means that this is done. Now, So if we sum and we get a 0, then we have our answer. Now what I'm going to tell you guys is you have 95 over here. Okay, we do not know exactly if what is the answer over here because we do not know it exactly. So what we do is I have 95, I add 97. Okay, I get minus 2. First in the hash map I will, okay, any ideas how I can solve the question? First you try, then I will tell the solution. How to do this? Acha, can I say that instead of storing the numbers, I will store the cumulative sum? All of you guys agree with me? I'm saying that instead of storing the elements, separate elements in the hash map, I will store 95. In the second part, I will store 95 plus minus 97, which will be minus 2. Okay? 95, 90, first hash map 95, then we have minus 97, so I will store minus 2. फर्स्ट क्यूमुलेटिव सम वन एलिमेंट देन एक ही एलिमेंट होगा, अदरवाइज इट विल बी माइनस टू. फिर 387 कुछ आएगा, minus 435 there will be something, minus 5 there will be something, minus 70 cumulative sum. So till sum over here, till sum over here, till sum over here, till sum over here, and till sum over 897. Acha, don't you think when we sum these numbers, it is coming 0, then what will be the total sum till 897 starting from the array? These 5 sum to 0. Till here it is minus 2. So what is the sum till here? Minus 2, right? This is 0 now. Are you guys getting the point? Guys?
Yes.
ठीक है, so this is 0. ठीक है, so this complete, so till here it is minus 2 and this is 0, no contribution, so no contribution means same thing. ठीक है, so again blah 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 minus 2 again, and similarly let's say we have 95 occurrences, so cumulative sum. Now my hash map, I already had this minus 2 in my hash map. Next time I am going to insert this in my hash map, I will say I already have a minus 2. Okay, I already have a minus 2. My point is, my point is, let's say the index is 2 here and let's say the index is 6 here. Okay, so total number of okay, so it will lie 5 elements, so it would be 7, not 6, it will be 7. Okay, so 7, it means that the maximum length is of consecutive elements sum to 0 is 5. Are you guys getting the point?
Yes.
Okay, and there will be several combinations, so this is how we'll do the question. Okay, so instead of storing the numbers, store cumulative sum. Okay, you have one sum. Okay, and even that, if you find 95 here and at the end also you find 95, so this would be the complete length of array, right? So the complete length of array will be the answer, because between these whatever were there they contributed nothing. Okay, that is why we got the same number again. So that is the answer. Acha, careful with one thing, guys. Be careful with one thing. I have -2 to -2, which is 5. If I have three zeros na before this, I will need to add +3 over here, because contribution of 0 will be 0. So the length will be total, not 5, it will be 8. Getting the point, guys? After
Yes,
it,
yes.
okay, after 897 there are 5 zeros, so you have to include those 5 zeros also. Okay, solve these questions, and this is a single iteration. I have solved, so we have solved the question in a single iteration only once. Okay, storing the cumulative sum. So this we all had for hash map, guys. Okay, try that out. I can, if you want, I can write the solution for all the questions back to back, but the point is I have already written the solutions. So it's your turn to write it, and please be what to say, very straightforward. Okay, just go hit the concept and solve the question. Okay, the only thing we require is attention and a revision. Okay, so this was all for from my end, guys. Okay, and I really hope you guys had a good time with the DSA, and we are going to be starting WebD in some days. Let's hope. Okay, you get a good teacher like anyone, like me or someone else. So we have some really good mentors over here for WebD also, and I would really like you guys to like be on deadline whatever you are doing. If you feel stuck anywhere, anything, any doubt, okay, any doubts related to anything, okay, please feel free to continue. Okay, so we have these columns. Okay, I will ask who created this, and we'll get started with this. Please mark your attendance. Today we have 10th of July, right? And that's a Sunday. Okay, I will share this with you guys. Please proceed with this. Okay, please mark your attendance, and let's meet next week with DP. Okay, we'll start with DP, and that will be a very good one. Okay, thank you so much, guys. Bye.
Thank you, sir. Bye all.
क्या माँ, क्या कर रही हो? ओकर बाद ओहिने छलियै ने ढंग के कम कऽ के रोटी बना के सुतत रहनी है, गिरे से बच गई से। हाँ, मजा आया? खाए क्या आप लोग? खा गए क्या? नहीं। ओह, अच्छा। तो लौटे फोटो धैले बनी। लौटे। किसका? मधुपुर जाना था तो और अथी भी लेकर गया था। पर रणवीर भाग गइल हाथ जोड़ के। बस में बड़ी टाप के माल दिया तब छोटी तरह भाग गई। एगो ये रूम उसका घर है, किराया पर नहीं। हाँ। समझे नहीं मैंने क्या हुआ? कौन भाग गया? किसको बोला था? किसका?